Listen to me carefully. Each of you came here with a dream, with a purpose, with a desire to achieve something. You imagine standing at the summit, raising your hands to the sky in a gesture of triumph, everyone applauding your success. Beautiful picture, isn't it? But let's talk about what you didn't imagine, about what actually hides behind every success story. Victory has a price, and today we'll talk about whether you're ready to pay it. No one talks about those dark mornings when the whole world is still asleep, but you're already up. No one glorifies those moments when your body screams in pain and your mind begs you to give up. No one makes inspiring posts about how you miss meetings with friends, family celebrations, how you give up the small joys of life for your goal. But that is the real price of victory. I won't pat you on the head today and tell you that everything will work out on its own, that the universe will gift you success if you dream about it hard enough. That's a lie. The universe doesn't care about your dreams. The world doesn't owe you anything. If you want to achieve something, you'll have to tear it from life's throat with your teeth. Every successful person, every story that inspires you, it's a story of tremendous sacrifice. Behind every gold medal, years of sweat and blood. Behind every successful business, sleepless nights and agonizing decisions. Behind every masterpiece, hours, days, months of ruthless work on yourself. You'll have to give up comfort. Comfort is death for ambition. Comfort lulls you, whispers that everything is already fine, that you can relax, that you shouldn't risk what you already have. And you know what? Most of you will give in to this whisper. Most will choose the warm bed instead of getting up early, a party instead of training, a TV show instead of a book that could change your thinking. And that's okay. Just admit honestly that the price of victory is too high for you. You'll have to embrace solitude. On the path to the top, there are fewer and fewer people with whom you can talk as equals. Your goals will be incomprehensible to most. Your methods will seem radical. Your obsession will frighten those around you. People will start to distance themselves, and it hurts, but that's part of the journey. Sometimes you'll have to walk alone to reach places where no one has been before. You'll have to face your fears head on. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of losing everything, fear that all efforts will be in vain. These fears will accompany you constantly, whispering in your ear in moments of weakness, screaming in your face during important decisions, and you know what? They won't go away. Even the most successful people have these fears. The difference is only that they've learned to act despite them. You'll have to learn to love failure. Yes, to love it, not to tolerate, not to accept, but to value it, because every failure is a lesson. Every fall is an opportunity to rise stronger. Every criticism is a chance to become better. Those who are afraid to fall will never learn to fly. Those who are frightened by the first obstacle will never know what lies beyond the horizon. You'll have to learn to endure pain, physical, when your body resists exertion, mental, when your mind begs for a break, emotional, when you feel lonely, misunderstood, when you doubt your path. Pain is not a signal to stop. Pain is part of the growth process. Just as muscles only grow through micro tears, so your personality, your character, your strength of spirit only grow through overcoming. You'll have to learn to refuse the good for the sake of the excellent, to refuse momentary pleasures for long-term goals, to refuse praise and approval from others for loyalty to your principles. It's difficult. Our brain is programmed to seek instant gratification. Society is set up to encourage conformity. You will be swimming against the current every day of your life. You'll have to learn to be merciless. First of all, to yourself, to your weaknesses, to your excuses, to your attempts to shirk responsibility. You must become your own harshest judge and most demanding coach, because if you allow yourself leniency, the world certainly won't give it. But there's good news. This price it's worth it. When you finally reach your goal, when you look at the path traveled, when you realize what kind of person you've become in the process, you'll understand that the real reward wasn't the victory itself. The real reward was the journey. The person you became while overcoming all these trials. And one more thing. The higher the price you're willing to pay, the fewer competitors you have. Most people give up at the first difficulty. Even more, halfway through. Only a few reach the finish line. Not because they have some special gift or talent, but because they're willing to pay the price that others refuse to pay. I see people here of different ages, with different experiences, with different starting positions, but remember, in the game called achievement, it doesn't matter where you start. What matters is how much you're willing to give. How many hours, how much sweat, how many tears, how many attempts, how much pain, how many sacrifices. This is the only currency that matters. Do you know what distinguishes mediocrity from greatness? Not talent, not luck, not connections, but the willingness to do what others refuse to do, the willingness to get up when others sleep, the willingness to work when others have fun, the willingness to learn when others think they already know everything, the willingness to try again when others have long since given up. I'm not asking you to take my word for it. Look at any person who has achieved outstanding results in any field. World-class athletes train to exhaustion when their rivals are already resting. Great scientists conduct thousands of unsuccessful experiments before making a breakthrough. Successful entrepreneurs suffer defeat after defeat before finding a working model. These are not coincidences. This is a pattern. I see doubt in your eyes. You're thinking, what if I pay this price and victory never comes? Well, that's a risk. No one can guarantee you a result. But I can guarantee one thing. If you're not willing to pay the price, there definitely won't be a result. The choice is yours. Either risk and possibly not get what you want, or don't risk and guarantee not to get it. But you know what else is the secret? When you truly start paying this price, when you immerse yourself in the process completely, when you give yourself fully to the cause, an amazing thing happens. You begin to love the process itself. You begin to value the difficulties. You begin to see beauty in overcoming. And then the price ceases to be a price. It becomes an investment in the best version of yourself. I look at you and see potential. I see opportunities. I see future victories. But I also see those who will give up halfway. Those who will be afraid of difficulties. Those who won't want to pay the full price. And that's normal. Not everyone needs great achievements. Not everyone needs summits. Some are content with a peaceful life, stability, simple joys. And there's nothing shameful in that. But if you're one of those who dreams of more, who feels an inner fire, who can't accept mediocrity, remember, victory has a price, and it's high. The question is only whether you're ready to pay it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until all obstacles disappear. Don't wait until someone gives you permission or blessing. Start paying the price today, right now, with small steps, small sacrifices, small disciplines. Every morning when your alarm goes off at an ungodly hour, you have a choice. Pay a small price or stay in a warm bed. Every evening when you're tired but haven't completed everything planned, you have a choice. Pay a little more or postpone until tomorrow. Every time you're criticized, you have a choice. Use it as fuel for growth or let it break you. These small choices, these daily decisions, that's what determines your destiny. Not one heroic effort, but thousands of small right decisions made day after day, month after month, year after year. And when the moment of your triumph comes, when you achieve what you strive for, when the whole world applauds your sudden success, you'll know the truth. You'll know that behind this suddenness are years of invisible work. You'll know the true price of your victory. And this price will seem ridiculous to you compared to what you got in return. Not just the result, but the journey. Not just the achievement, but the person you've become. Not just the victory, but the ability to win again and again. So decide, here and now. Are you ready to pay the price of victory every day? Are you ready to sacrifice, endure, overcome, risk, fall and rise again? Or will you prefer